Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Corpse Party. This is episode 29, and we are still on the roof with Sayaka and Naho. So now, the guy that Naho works for plans on going to Heavenly Host without her, despite her warnings. So let's see how this goes. She's in school right now, and the other two, Taguchi and Kibiki, should be going to Heavenly Host soon. So let's check it out. Really awesome. I'll bet you recognize a bunch of those songs from the concert, right? You should check out some of the music videos sometime too. Maybe I've got one of those on my phones I can show you now. Nope, guess not. I have to give you a rain check on that. I wonder if there's any good fan-made ones. Oh, good call. If there were, I totally want to say that. That bell. Sigh. 1 o'clock already. Well, I've got an appointment I can't miss, I'm afraid. Guess I'll see you after school for recordings. It's at 5:30 in East Shinjuku. So we should probably meet at 4 behind the school gate. Okay. That was like totally English. It was like, nice, come on. Hehe, you said behind the gates. Really? What are you, 5? No, it's cool like it's a cucumber. Just as always, today's recording should be a blast. What's going on? It took a drastic turn for the worst. Ugh, this one's persistent. I'll give her that. Blood? Really? This is a curse? Honestly, affecting me all the way down to the cellular level? Blah. Seriously, how long are you gonna plan on haunting me? That sounds like sucks. Good evening, everybody! Welcome to installment of Sayaka's Owner of Love Forever! The night don't start till I pour out my heart! So, let's get pouring, shall we? You'll never guess who I got today. I went to school to meet up with a friend, actually. It was the first time in a while I could just ever kick back and relax. We talked forever. Like, forever. But of course, the real reason I went to school is to learn stuff. And junk. Of course. Huh? You're laughing at me in the control booth. What's going on in there, fellas? Nah? The thought of Miss Inoue going to school is hilarious. Oh, come on. I go to school, too. I do. I'm a high school student just like everybody else my age. Don't laugh. You're trying to make me... I'm too old? Too cool for school? Seriously, stop it. You're gonna make me give me a complex. Some days you just can't win, you know? All I wanted to do is say how great school is, and look what happened. I'm a laughingstock. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun. At least let me have my half an hour together. Or the fullest. Braver! That word just doesn't make sense to be in that last sentence. Sayaka's on-air personality was incredible. It was absolutely listening to a pro at work. And she had me hook me in the moment the show had begun. Okay, that wraps up the intro. Miss Hanoraki, please head on to the booth. On my way! It was my turn to be on the guest speaker. When I entered the recording booth, Sayaka sat facing her mic and waved over me. Waved me over. Yo, girlfriend! Girlfriend! I returned Sayaka's cheery smile and sat myself in front of the guest mic that had been prepared for me, but something felt wrong. Very wrong. Fucking bitch! What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. I just felt dizzy for a second. Oh, the camera's on and I just need to wear a cutest face, okay? Alright, roger that. You son of a... This child was the daughter of the mentioned in my research of the Tsunezaki family. She was Sachiko. She was the one who attracted herself to me. Fuck! Her eyes were black and hollow, with no discernible pupils at all. She sat utterly motionless, but I knew she was watching me. Waiting. Biding her time. Her hair stood on end. Blood rushed to my head, and bile surged into my throat. The Shinozaki curse was far too powerful. I couldn't suppress it. And it was clear Sayaka couldn't see her. This was bad. I had to be careful not to let Sachiko interfere with the recording equipment. Okay, we're back. Start with the listener mail. Alright, folks. It's the moment you've been waiting for. The topic of the week is try to do a thing. Workshop is... Oof. Can I go home now, please? Ha ha ha. What do you mean? No, come on. Be a sport, huh? Guess there's nothing I can do about it. This week's topic is... That's right. Try to tell a scary story. Yikes. It's so weird having her so happy with like the girl in the back with the music just like, you're gonna die, mama. Man, I told you didn't want to do this one, so why did you send me so many responses? We actually received a record amount. Far too many to tackle by myself, so I've invited a guest to help me out. Haha! Hey, don't run and apologize yet. I haven't even said who it is. Or has everyone already guessed? Because it's totally who you think it is. The pro, with the know-how, spirits, investigator extraordinaire, as beautiful as she is brainy. It's the high school paranormalist, Naho Shanazonoki. Yay, Naho! Give it up for Naho, that totally was in English. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming. No, thank you, it's an honor to be invited. Oh, how about that, everyone? So mellow, so modest. Is she the bee's knees? Naho and I actually go to the same school. We're even in the same class. Isn't that right? We hang out a lot. In fact, some of you clearly know that, and have been outright demanding that Naho make a guest appearance for quite some time now. Well, your wish is my command. My pleasure, in fact. I think I may even be more thrilled to have her here than you guys. Anyways, given today's theme, Naho seemed the perfect guest, so care to get us started with some choice words for evil spirits that may be listening? Treble on the border between the life and next to under the 7 stars. That's what I'm talking about. These ghosties have shiver in their ethereal bodies after hearing something like that. So let's hear the listeners' letters, shall we? Here's a story from one Junpei Nagi of M City in Tokyo. Fucking bitch, she's fucking scary. In my experience, adverse spiritual manifestations from my research have always been easy enough to keep at bay with my powers, but this one was different. For the energy, the completely visible in broad daylight, I'd never seen anything like it. Ugh, this is bad. My head was splitting, but the cameras were rolling, so to speak. So I had to at least keep myself from coughing up blood again. Fucking bitch. Hey, happy music! Nao's grabbing her shirt tightly with both her hands, the muscles completely rigid. My, was she actually getting nervous? How unlike her. I kind of grinned internally at the sight of Naho acting all girly and scared. It was admirable, as I like to say, but I still had the show to host. Da-da-da! I saw the door open, and there before me, I saw a pair of eyes staring intently right at my very soul. Wow, this is very super freaky. How about that, Miss Naho? This has got to be a fake, right? Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right? He may be, but with only his evidence to go on, it's hard to judge the authenticity of the claim. So, you're saying it might be actually real? That is a possibility, yes. Oh no, please! Actually, I've noticed something even more frightening since the segment began. Naho, you keep focus drifting over the corner of the booth. Well, don't tell me there's someone there. Like, oh, I'm getting the chills. Do we have another guest with us, possibly? An uninvited one? Please say no. Oh, no, we're fine. This seemed to be a perfect twist to put an attention on the segment, but the look on Naho's face suggested that I may be doing something which is terrifying. Her guess, spot on with the show, may have been just fun and games, but I know Naho was well versed in spiritual matters. So if she actually sensed something, I never really taken this ghost stuff too seriously before, but it may be just because I didn't understand it. It was a whole nother world. Unbeknownst to me, the time was coming when I'd finally start to threat it with the caution and respect it just deserved. But by then, it would be too late. Great work, everyone. That's a wrap. Shit, she's gonna be dragged into that world. She's dead. Bye-bye. Ah, fuck. The recording ended without incident. As far as anybody knows, Sachiko tossed a piece of chocolate into her mouth that she seemed to have brought with her. She was as casual as reactions can be. So, how was it? Did you see something in the booth or not? No, I didn't see anything. I glanced back at the recording booth. Sachiko's spirit had disappeared a little while ago. I felt like it was the best to act like as nothing happened, and successfully managed to steer the topic of conversation elsewhere until... What the fuck? What's wrong? Was someone talking out during the recording? No way would any of us take a rookie mistake like that happen. You would be able to hear us from the outside booth anyways. There was something on tape though. It sounds like a voice to me. Huh? Where? Here, during this exchange. Mr. Mizuki of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right? He may be, but the evidence only go on. Assistant B. I'm only hearing those two. You didn't hear the third voice? Oh god. Miss Mizuno is just pulling her leg, right? He may be true, but this evidence to go on right there. Right after Shinozuki say he may be. Oh fuck. Right? Kyoto is just pulling her leg, right? He may be, but his only event is to go on. Pulling her leg. Pulling her leg, right? Fuck, this is really, really tense. Like, I'm scared to go on. Oh god, there was a voice. It's saying, I'm watching you, right? But he may be, but it's only... Whoa! Dude, that was fucking weird as shit. Like, when they put that tone, when they change... Oh god. You gotta be kidding me. Well, it's a recording for sure. This is so creepy. Is this for real? An actual EVP? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Pull yourself together. Suddenly, the director began to clutch his throat and thrash around. His face was bright red, and his mouth throbbed over to struggle to breathe. Hold him down. He's gonna knock everything over and hurt himself. Yes, sir. Holy shit. What's going on? Fucking crazy. Is it over? What was that? Some kind of seizure? Oh crap, he's not breathing. What? God. Call the ambulance quickly, he needs CPR. Okay. Come on, keep it together, man. What the fuck is going on? Send the guests home, we're done. Sayaka's usual smiling content had been replaced by a thin mouth and cold sweat. There was no doubt about it, this was influence of the spirit. This sort of thing must be a huge shock for someone who has never been in contact with the spirit world before. I regretted appearing on the program at all. That was intense. I'm sorry, I guess I shouldn't have come. Don't be silly, you did great. They managed to resuscitate the director too at the hospital. We could cut out the voice for the broadcast, but honestly, I say we leave it. I mean, it's kind of a lucky break when you think about it. I'm really grateful for your help today. I owe you one, so if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Oh, as for the quill find non, how about next week? Ha! On the way home, Naho finally smiled. Glad that she was still in her. I needed to put down a happy face too. I was afraid it seemed too gloomy. It would bring Naho down, and it certainly she hadn't done anything wrong. I had to let her know how grateful I was and try to bring her spirits back up. The two of us parted ways at the corner near our houses, and I needed to stop by a convenience store for some groceries. This is gonna end bad. See you later. You too. Good night. Fucking crazy shit's about to happen. I never before felt such strong presence. I had considerable amount of power within me, and usually it was more than enough to disperse any malicious wills that dared draw near. But even with all the concentration, I'd still put Sayaka and her co-workers in grave danger. They easily could have been killed by the curse. For the sake of the dear Kabuki's safety, we really should have put the kibosh on the entire investigation into Shinozaki's family line a lot sooner. But it wasn't too late to call it off. As far as I knew, I was going to pull out from the Heavenly Host entire case altogether. I'd made up my mind. I should probably undergo a traditional spirit exorcism as soon as possible. That's pretty freaky. Oh? It was past 9:30 and it was dark for hours already. There wasn't a single light in the Kabiki house. He's out. He went. He is so dumb. He's fucked. Kabiki. No signs of life. Somehow the whole house felt larger, emptier than ever before. Kibiki? Kibiki, are you sleeping? I peeked to his study, but he wasn't there, nor he anywhere else. The house was deserted. Now Kibiki's meeting for work had always held at irregular times, so this wasn't unprecedented or anything. But the atmosphere inside just felt different somehow. There was a peculiar silence, as if no one had ever lived here in the first place. I'm watching you. Something just seemed very, very wrong. It was someone just watching me, sneering at me. Gasp. Hey, that sound. Doo 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 doo. Ah. Finally, I found a note on my desk. Not the one I left to Kiriki this morning, but a response written in familiar sprawl. But that's it for this episode, guys. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later.